It's lit. Sun going up, whole squad tuned in. That's on lock, got the vibes locked in. Drop that vid, not a way it don't end. New day, new flame, just press play again.
Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchor man, Something. Hit the keys. In today's newscast, we've just got a few exciting stories from FL Studio update to 4 freebies for you guys today, and they're pretty solid. So let's go ahead and get right to that top story. Our top story today, FL Gang is still winning. So I know this has been out for a few days. I've been meaning to make a video on this, but instead I've just kind of streamed using FL Studio 25 Thursday and Friday. So but I'm not going to go through every feature and every detail. Obviously, there's plenty of stuff out there about it right now, so you guys can catch all kinds of videos on it. I'm just going to kind of briefly detail some of the new features and some of the things that I like in it. So let's go ahead and start here. What's new in FL Studio? As you see here, deleting mixer and playlist tracks can now be undone. The mastering window can now update previews in real time based on parameter changes, which is pretty solid. Better handling of export, added support for FL Studio Remote. What's nice is this Gopher right here. So they added the AI model. So now you can hop in and ask Gopher questions and he can answer questions for you, which is pretty solid. You've got dynamic mixer tracks now, so you can add tracks as needed. I don't think that this was necessarily necessary. I get that you can add up to 500 tracks, but I don't kind of like the way that they did the interface there. Other things that they added that are pretty nice to me, comes down here to this loop starter is pretty solid. I'll show you guys that. And they gave us a new plugin called Emphasis. And now you can access all FL Studio plugins separately, as effects and stuff like that. So it's pretty solid. They've added Vectral, all this stuff to FL Studio. So y'all remember when y'all said, when the first beta came out and everybody was like, FL Studio 25 about to be underwhelming. I told y'all, just wait. Just wait. They got something for us. And then they've also added to the core thing where you can have like a bass starter. So basically they gave us Drum Monkey and Bass Dragon for free in the DAW. I told y'all not to buy those plugins. So let's go ahead, hop into FL Studio. I'm sorry, y'all. It's like 7:30 in the morning. Y'all know how I be in the morning time. So I don't be all there in the morning, man. So this is what FL Studio 25 looks like when you open it up. So obviously a little bit different here. You can launch the loop starter. You can create chord progressions to start. You can open up previous projects and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. We'll just go ahead and start with launching. We'll just go normal so we can show you how to pull that stuff up. So as you see here, it's got a little bit different look on the GUI. I kind of don't like this in the fact that I don't have like the plugin finder up here no more. And so like when you have plugins like this, when you have thousands of plugins, 426 generators, synth generators, you kind of need that. And then the F8 prompt doesn't work. So yeah, you can still come up here and you can find what you need. Yeah, but if you come over here to plugin picker, F8 doesn't work. But if you push plugin picker, bam, it'll bring this up, but it's just more to get into it than I really want to do. I wish it was just there for me automatically still over here. And there's also things that you can do. So you can change the view of this. So then in order to do that, you're just going to come over here to view. You can go to toolbars and it does allow you to go back to other FL Studio. So, you can go over to FL Studio, you know what I'm saying, default if you want to. So it'll take you to this one, which would be the default for, you know what I'm saying, for the PC. Or you can come over here. I mean, like I said, there's a whole bunch of them. You can go back to the old ones. But the thing about it is that when you go back to the old ones, it's not going to have like your, you know what I'm saying, your question. It's not going to have Gopher up here. And this is what I'm used to. So can you imagine going from seeing all this on your dashboard up here to simply just seeing this right here? So one thing I request, FL Image Line, I know this is just a me thing, but I use FL Studio on PC and MacBook, and the experience is so different. I wish you guys would just make the experience the same on PC and MacBook. That would be one of my requests. Another one of the new features here is you have this right here. You can get a loop starter. So boom, if you push that, it'll give you whatever it is that you want. You can pick the genre that you want. So it's pulling all these loops from the cloud over here. So you got a good start to a loop right there if you want to. They've got drill here too. So let's see, we can go to a different genre. So hip hop. Jeez. That's kind of fire right there. I kind of like that melody right there, though. I might. But that's a fire feature right there in itself. They've also got this new feature right here. We'll just put new. So we're not going to go too far into that, but you can obviously see what you guys could do with that. So then you'll see here, they also dropped a new plugin for us. So they gave us a new clipper. So this clipper has a lot of stuff that you can mess with, different modes that you can use here in the clipper. You know, you can put your emphasis on auto, or you can make it manual. You've got control over your envelope, the hardness of the slope of the clipper. You know, you've got your routing, so you got left, right, you got mid, side. You know, you can link them together, so on and so forth. So it's just gonna look like this. This is actually the first beat I ever got in Loop Starter right here that I'm gonna play. So you can see how much you can push this clipper too. I've turned it down. You see it's hitting about right here. That's obviously because I pulled it down a lot. This clipper is kind of fire. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It's really easy to use. You know, it gives you all the information, all the details you need there. Very fire. All right, so now I got the chord tool pulled up here. You see here, we can generate the chord progression or whatever. We can listen to it. All right, but now we can come up underneath here to performance, and we can tap either ARP, or we can do something like baseline. So bam, I'm gonna throw a baseline up here. Let's get this density up a little bit more. And now we can listen to it with a baseline on there. So that's pretty solid. We have that feature. Obviously, we have ARP features and all this other stuff too that we can mess with. So we've got all kinds of different tools here that we can mess with. And then the last thing in FL Studio 25 that I'm going to talk about is going to be this Gopher. So this Gopher is nice because things like, I didn't know if they still had the notebook, because again, a notebook's not up here. A notebook is essential for me, like the notepad, because I write lyrics when I'm writing music and stuff. So like to have the notepad just easily accessible, you know, it's something that you need to still have. So I didn't know where it was at. So I came over here, I tapped in the Gopher notepad, and Gopher can find it for me and let me know if they still have it in the DAW. I think I typed in something else last time, but still Gopher's looking this up for me. It's trying to figure out if it has it there. Boom. And see, it has built-in notebook. It tells you Fruity Notebook is the name of it, so you can find it now. It's just not up here anymore in the top. So basically, that's what I got for y'all on ImageLine's FL Studio. I know there's a whole lot more going on in the DAW. I just wanted to cover the things that I like a lot. Obviously, y'all know by now that DAW Wars is over, dog. Y'all remember when Vince Carter won the slam dunk contest and Kenny Smith was like, it's over, it's over. FL Studio just told everybody else it's over, because our updates are free for life. Then up next, I've got the first freebie, I guess technically second freebie, because the update for FL Studio is free to all previous users. But this is a plugin I covered a ways back, Fire plugin. It's by Karani Sounds, and it's called Lo-Fi Keys. So this is only going to be free for a limited time. I believe there's only 15,000 copies to give out, and it came out yesterday, so I don't know how many copies there are going to be to give out. So get on this expeditiously. But this right here is basically a piano plugin. Now, I am having an issue with this. I have done a full review on it, but something about the install that I got from Breakfast, the BPB, Bedroom Producer Blog, something about that didn't load the presets up in here. So I think they need to fix that for the Mac. For PC, it was fine, but I already had it on PC. So I didn't get the presets, but I did get the sounds. So, you know, I can come in here and I have all the sounds here and stuff. But a lot of this is just layers of stuff together. As you see here, you've got different surprise buttons. So I can hit surprise and it'll change all the controls for me. So now I have a different preset. But I'm really gonna do this justice since I don't have the presets on this. I've done a full review on this. So here's a beat that I made to this thing right here. All the melodic sounds and the bass come from lo-fi keys. All right, so that's what it kind of sounds like there. I'm gonna play a few of the presets for you guys so you guys can kind of hear what they sound like. We'll just start right here so you guys can hear some of the actual presets in this thing. So just some nice sounding key stuff. So let's go ahead and go through some more presets. There's fire pads in here as well. Let's get another pattern real quick. Can use. Sorry, I'm just trying to skip to different parts so that you guys can actually hear the presets in this thing. I want to do my due diligence for you guys. But I recommend grabbing this one. I mean, I really do. Sure. You know, a bunch of synths. But what makes this thing extra fire or pretty dope is that it's got these effects here on the side. So it's got their actual third-party effects, their Technicolor, Polyspace, and Vapor Dimension in here. And you get a bunch of different presets in here too. You're gonna get a bunch of presets in here too as well. I just don't know why I didn't load up for my Mac. It could be the version of Mac OS I am using. But fire, I recommend everybody grabbing this one because it's dope. I've made a whole bunch of music with this thing. I would definitely rock with this. All right, guys, up next, I've got it's a freebie, but it's more of like a coupon code, so it can help you get multiple things. This one's from Universal Audio. They're giving out a free $25 voucher. If you enter in code shape UA25, I'll leave this in the description. You'll get $25 off your purchase. Why is that important? Because you can get some plugins here for free. So if you didn't get on this LA2A compressor last year, you can get this for free and still have, you know, another $6 coupon or $6 on your coupon. You can get the Verb Analog Machines Essentials too for free. You can get a month of UA Spark for free with an additional $6. But then there's other stuff down here that you can get for $4 because the price of the stuff, yes, is $29, but you get $25 off. So if you're interested in any of these other plugins too, there's a whole bunch of plugins down here that you can get for just $4. But you can only use one coupon, they say. It only works one time in your account. This is fire right here. Manly Tube Preamp for $4. What else is fire? I mean, all this stuff is pretty good. But they have something else I like down here. It might cost you like $14, which is this Avalon channel strip. If you're looking for a channel strip, this is like my favorite. This is my GOAT right here. So I wanted to make sure I definitely brought y'all here to show you these deals too as well, so that you can get your, your deal on. And then the third freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Chaos Tones and it's called Deviant Drums. So this is for your contact player. I did not download this for the simple fact that their website is nuked right now. But it's basically a drum machine. You get a little bit of controls underneath the hood too, with like your volume, your panning and stuff like that, turning things on, EQ and stuff like that, your mapping, reverb, you get that in there. But there was an issue with this because their site, I guess, got nuked and too many people ordered it. So, if you're seeing this video and you can get the download though, you're only gonna have about 6 hours from the time that this video comes out. So it's super limited time on this one. But yeah, when I tried to get it, it wasn't letting me because they had some message down here that was saying, oh, now it's working. Now it's working. So it was yesterday, it wasn't working. They had this like whole thing here. It said our site has been overwhelmed with stuff and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff. Come on. Complete order. Y'all can't see all this information. I'll change the screen here for a second. All right, so now I've got it. I'm not gonna download it, and I'm already going with the video, so I'm not gonna upload it and look for it and do all that stuff. That's another 15, 20 minutes. I'm not gonna do that. But it is there. Y'all can see I got it now. I couldn't get it yesterday, but I got it today, so it's cool. And then I got one more freebie for you guys. This one might be kind of older, but I never caught it when it came out. So I thought I would cover it today. This one is called Flow. So Flow is basically a sample player where you can load different samples in there and you can mix layers together and get different sounds. I didn't have the room to download this one either. I got to clean my computer up, y'all. I'm sorry. But I did pull it up so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So this is pretty cool because you get like basic sounds again that you can put together, and then you got different effects over here that you can add on. You control your filter, your LFO, EQ, MIDI controls, stuff like that. So he's getting some crazy sounds. That's all from that same harp that you heard from the beginning. This is all that same sound you heard at the beginning. So you can do a lot with this to change your sound up. Yeah, I know you get like 21 different impulse responses too with this thing. But that's a music box right there, so it's not the same harp. Let's see another instrument. So this thing's pretty hard. Like I said, you can put together multi-different layers and all that other stuff. Pretty solid tool. Again, I would recommend getting it if you're just looking for some decent sounds. But that's what I got for you guys in today's newscast. Hopefully I can help you guys out. Hopefully we can put to bed the DAW wars. It's over. It's over. Lil Flip is in the building. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate you guys as always. Hopefully I can help you out with some of those freebies. Go get that lo-fi keys for real. Because it's fire. And then the universal, if you don't have the LA2A yet, that's the best LA2A replication out there. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe to that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Signing off as your anchorman, Something. Hit the keys. Until next time, peace.
Some, hit the keys.